Yeah, I was gonna say it'd definitely be a going to the survey request for sure. Of course, he would stop and collect his equipment and things like that. Functional, very militaristic, extremely militaristic. Very Spartan. Uh, Basic cot, more room for equipment and things to clean the equipment with than anything. Um, I would say the only decoration of sorts would be a um, case hung up on the wall displaying the Ori coin that he was given by Xander, just above his bed, I would say. Uh, cool, cool beans. Well, I think things were important to him. It wouldn't necessarily be accolades. So I think one other decoration that might be there would be maybe like the helmet or the shield of a former comrade who had retired or something like that, and that would also be hung up on the wall and still combat ready, but not necessarily used. I would say the only thing he would have brought would be his tools. Yeah, his tools, the equipment he was carrying, and that would really be it. Yeah, he wasn't really a decoration kind of guy, and any spare resources he had probably would have gone into just equipment for himself or equipment for somebody that couldn't afford it. Mhm. Just things, functional items. No, not really decoration. And I would say wardrobe probably actually wouldn't be in there. He would only have maybe 2 or 3 pairs of clothes, and the rest would just be armor. Roger that. So he'd be all ready to go, and he would want to speak. If is he going to be the only security member on this particular survey? Okay. So yeah, he would. So I'm guarding 2 people. And do they have any does the husband have any combat experience? Do any of them have any combat experience? That's all right. The block layer. Gotcha. So at the very least, the husband knows how to swing a hammer. Yeah, Mason tool guy for sure. All right. Shit. Fuck. Yep, I definitely got to take notes on that then. All right, I got the book. Should really have a. Should go get a separate notebook and just have it as Moradin fucking notes. Actually, yeah, we're just gonna do this. Yeah, wave at him politely. Don't. Roger that. Better than like the shopping center and or the courtyard or whatever. Mm. What were the names again? Khol. Drin. And the wife's name? Gilda. Gildin. Din. Or D-A. Gilda. Yeah, yeah, that's probably what they're are looking for. They're the equivalent of like real estate surveyors. So what would be what would be the hearth? The hearth is just kind of like the hand on the breast, right? Yeah, so I would say, how about if we make more Thor's mirrored? So the traditional greeting for hearth, we'll say like 99% of dwarves are predominantly right-handed, and they do the right hand over their breast, but Thor does his left. Uh, Thor would give a nod, and then he would politely turn to Gilda first, and just kind of give a little bow. More like a hilt of the head is like a courteous thing. He would say "ma'am," and then he would go to the husband and Thaldrin. He would hold out his hand for a handshake and say, "I'm Thor." Um, I certainly think that's something we can do, and I like that you're a homemaker and she's a hearth maker. I think that's very complete. and Thor would be ready to go, and he would, excuse me, he would purposely place himself between them as they walk, and he would ask if they have any experience using weapons, any experience with combat, any experience getting away from combat, just as like a basic security questions to see how they would react in a sudden situation like this so that he can place himself in the best location. Give me just a second. Sorry, my friend was showing off her new fridge to me and looking, and I'm making notes at the same time. I'm fleshing out Thoradin in the book or Holdren. So stocky, well-worn tools, and you said a perception check for a stone hammer. It's for working stone. Okay, I got you. Gotcha. Okay, perception, perception. Fuck off. 5 total. It rolled off of a 15 and got to the 2. That's yeah, yeah. And there were responses to the questions, and I can come up with specific questions if you'd like. Frail. Yeah, yeah, I got you. That brittle would probably be the dwarven. And so at this point, I think when they got to that point in whatever conversation, he would stop them and he would stand in front of them. Um, and he would say, "It's not so much that I don't think you're combat ready. It's that I want to know how you react so I can best place myself where I need to be." So he would ask them to, if sudden, it's, let's say he was the enemy, how would they position themselves? Would be how he would be the question he would ask. Right. Well, gotcha. Mm. So I would ask him that before we go and start looking into any rooms, let's make sure they're all empty first, and then you guys can do your jobs because security needs to come first. Yep, yep. And at this point, Thor would unhook a shield from his back and pass it to Soldrin to have him use for this particular thing, just in case. Because Thor, yeah, because Thor keeps the shield on him, but he predominantly uses a maul in combat. Yes. Hmm. So does she have any kind of weapon on her? Is it a dagger? Does she have a bow, a little crossbow, anything? I couldn't see. Okay. Then I would just take her word for it. If she says she's ready. She says she's ready. She doesn't seem stupid or confrontational. Interesting. A spellcaster. Hmm. Yeah, I would say the a lot of the magic from Thor's world would be much more violent, and he only recently learned. Um, okay. Oh my! Are you kidding? 8. That no, so this is wouldn't be the first time he's seen. I think after talking with Xander, he would have learned magic can be used to heal as well as to harm, and that's when he took cure wounds and things like that. Mm, mm. Would Xander have found the city before the coin or after? That was during Sam's one shot, so that was I think we were getting to the city. Mm. And I think that's why he became here and why he's very protective of the city. Physically, anyway. Yeah, yeah, I get you. Interesting.
Mm.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how Thor would decide how to take a certain path.
Kinda like U-turn. Okay.
Interesting. A door in a dungeon. Right, so I want to say current setup for Thor is he has them all kind of slung on his left shoulder, and his left hand is kind of holding on to the hilt, and uh, there's two javelins positioned on his back. The bottom of the javelin is kind of like hanging off his left hip, and the tips are hanging over his right shoulder, just so they're ready to draw and throw if he needs to. And yeah, I would say we're going to walk to the door. I know they're all dwarves, so they have dark vision. Fountain of water. Interesting. Okay. And I'm going to say as a precaution because I know we have dark vision and everything like that, but I also feel like the surveyors need to see the color of the walls that we're going through. And I know dark vision is kind of like colorblind. He's going to have cast light on his hammer. And I would proceed past the fountain, but I would let them look at it. Mhm. The blockwork on the what are they investigating per se? Okay. millennium ago. For the hell yeah. Um, mm, mm. I was gonna say, so what is she? And Thor would ask her if, because he gets the feeling now that she's a spellcaster, and he would ask if she could detect any kind of magic coming from said fountain. Hmm. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. That would be cool. That would be interesting. He would definitely take the time and fill up his water skin, but he would keep an eye just on the path that they're going to take and things of that nature. He would, and I would have stone cunning for that, wouldn't I? Okay, so let's see. I get either a 12 or a nat 20. Nat 20, 22 total. Interesting. And he would just point out what he sees to Tholdrin, to thinking he would admire the blockwork and whatnot. Hmm. And then the path continues on, or is it blocked by the door? Yeah, I gotcha. I would just, I'm gonna make a perception check. I'd like to look around the door frame and see if there's anything on it. Ooh, dirty 20. would. I know Thor. I have a curiosity. Would even though he just got to, I feel like Thor would be distracted because maybe the wood of the door is not wood that he's seen before. Nearly another nat 2022. He would just be curious, because with weapon crafting, you have to have a good solid hilt. So if it seemed to be a particularly sturdy door, he would be curious about what kind of wood it would have been um, planked out of. Mm. I feel like that's. I feel like that would be better. I would ask them if they recognize the type of wood and how sturdy its construction is. Yep, yep. I'm gonna. So is it a double door or is it a one-sided door? Gotcha. Yep. I'm gonna kind of position myself by the entrance and slice the pie, so to speak, as I enter the room and use the door as kind of like a barricade as I peek through. Roger that. I have a +0. Let's go. I got a 9. And I would say, unless specified otherwise, that would be how Thor will approach every door. I don't know if it would have any impact on what we're doing, but it just clicked in my mind. So the light that's coming off of Thor's hammer is very bright blue, almost like the color of lightning. Mm. Interesting. Like stark naked or like loincloth? Stark naked. Interesting. I make another perception check as you're doing that just to see if there's anything. 'Cause I assume Thor would have gotten a rundown of the particular goblin thing going on in the area. So they've got the red eyes. Oh, that's true. Interesting.
Mm.
Ah. All right. Glances off the armor. 19 hits. It's the temporary hit points are gone. All right. I'll wait for you to do that first. Yeah, that's what I figured I would wait. Do any of them have ranged weapons? She threw a dagger, you said? Ugh. So which one is the one that hit me? Yeah, that one's getting hit. Oh, yeah, one on the left. That's fine. All right, going in with the maul. Is a 16 hit. All right. Ooh, I forgot that was a thing. I will have to keep that in mind. Maul. 10 damage total. So after he would have hit Thor, he would kind of do a feint with the hilt, and maybe the goblin ducks down and thinks he's evaded the attack, but then he comes with an overhead right after and just completely crushes the skull. I want to move one space to the left and one space up, and grab the attention of the other three by letting out just a dwarven yell. I didn't leave his range. One second. Okay, he has to hit me with an attack for me to do that. All right. Yep, I'm good. That'll be my turn, and I would just, if there is one with a ranged weapon, I would ask Gilda to focus that one. What did Solden roll on his initiative? Jesus. I was like, God damn. I would assume he would go hit the one that just hit his wife. Stab that motherfucker. Jesus. The hands are too rough. They're throwing off the hammer swings. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna go for the one right behind Soldrin, I think. Yeah, yeah, the one in between Soldrin and I. Yep. Yep, that's the javelin. But same preferred. So 21. I'm hitting him with the maul. I just clicked the wrong. Uh, 11 damage. 21 to hit, which I assume hits. 11 damage. So I assume that one would have been facing Tholdrin, so I just come in with a side swipe to his ribs and turn him into a pancake before flinging him into the wall. And I, of course, yell at the one in front of me in challenge. And I think the two of them would know after speaking to Thor a little bit. He was very, he has a commanding voice as he's used to commanding people, but very soft spoken, like a gentle giant type thing. But they'll notice he's much more vocal in combat, and his volume is significantly higher. That's exactly what he needed. 2 damage. Okay, so I'm at 29. And I'm going to use my reaction for Wrath of the Storm. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. 13 fails. So he takes 2d8 lightning damage. Well, I rolled 9. Yeah, so it's basically in place of the war priest charges from the other clerics. This is the Tempest clerics version of it. So whenever a creature hits me with an attack within 5 feet, I can use my reaction to force him to make a dex saving throw, and I get to choose lightning or thunder damage. If they succeed, they take half. Um, and I would say, as Thor takes the blow, he kind of takes it with his left arm, holding the hammer, and kind of absorbs it. And as the creature hits him, he comes around with a fist, just crackling with lightning and blasts him straight in the chest with it. I would check on Gilda and make sure she's good with whatever wound she's taken, and then I will kind of examine the door and make sure nothing else comes in. Okay, can I get a number? Just because I'm going to use lay on hand. Yeah, yeah, perfect. That's 13. All right, then I will spend 6 points. Nah, I'm not using a spell slot. I'm using lay on hands to because remember he's a multi-class. Yeah, I just kind of lay a hand. So I give her the full 6 back, and it's just kind of like a light blue electric glow that I put on her wound and close it up. And I just pat her on the shoulder, and then I go stand by the door. And I make sure to compliment her on her throat stab. Okay. Nice little backstory opportunity here. So let's make it that in Thor's other worlds, when he had just become a knight and was defending a smaller village, he took a lightning bolt from some kind of mage, and it should have killed him, but instead, he had been worshiping Thor at this point. Instead, Thor decided to give him power over lightning, and now he has kind of an understanding of it. Not really a resistance, but it's He doesn't fear lightning. He doesn't fear storms. Mm. Oh, we can make it a Dwarven Norse. I mean, maybe Old Testament type thing, or maybe just the dwarves in that particular world. Hell yeah. So the scepter of sorry, so the scepter of pipes shall be found when um, of omens are broken. I'm gonna say the wall of omens is broken. Does it say walls or wall? Okay, so four are broken. Okay. I wasn't sure if whatever AI thing had messed up on English. Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure they're both ready. Same thing. I examine the door. There's okay. Mhm. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna let the others decide which particular path we're taking, and I do say I go down the path with the door first, and as we kind of step into this pathway to go to the right, I want to take uh, a small knife off of my belt and kind of just carve a dwarven rune into this particular pathway, and then continue forward. Mhm. Mm. So there's another cross section. Alright, we're gonna check out the. Well, I'm going to peek into the hallway to make sure it's empty first. I'll do a perception. Yeah, I'll do insight. And that 20, 25 total. Interesting. Can I see? Is there like something on the roof? Is there anything? Do you want me to roll perception to see if there's anything waiting on the roof above, or? Well, that was an insight. Right. That's not fine with that. Oh, yeah, I'm just a 5. So if I could 100% see that it is slime, I think I'm going to go the cautious route, and I want to cast Sacred Flame on the slime to see if it's alive. Because we did encounter a slime in the Resident Evil thing. Or I think it was a gelatinous cube, which I figure are the same type. Well, it's a deck save. It's a deck save for whatever. Uh, Let me go to my spells. One radiant damage. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think it would have. Gotcha. Nothing malicious or anything. Okay. Yeah, then I think after that we would I would turn back to the door and we'll go clear out that room. Interesting. I'm gonna make sure the door that we came through.
Mm.
gonna make sure the door behind us is closed, and if there oh, we came through an archway? Okay. I'm gonna try the unlocked door first and just kind of peruse through, see if it's clear. Um, Alright, gonna another hallway then. And I would let them know that there's another hallway leading out of here, so maybe not a house, but maybe a marketplace area or a storeroom of kinds. And then I would close the door and make a mental note of that's the path we're probably going to take. And then I want to go to the stuck in quotation marks door and get a.
Mhm. Mhm.
As in the mechanism inside the door doesn't move, or the door. So the physical door is stuck, not the mechanism. Okay. Is this door so it's stone floor, stone doorway, everything like that? No, no, the doorway, the frame. Okay. I want to try and force it because I don't like leaving a door behind where something can come from. It doesn't sit right in Thor's gut. Athletics. A 17. I want to move deep enough into the room that I can check behind the door and kind of check around to see why it was stuck. Was it something wedged against it? Or hallway. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, now what is in this hallway? Yep. Does it seem like it leads somewhere? Or it's just and then it's a turn? Okay. Hmm. No doors in this one? Right. When I close this door, I want to leave it slightly ajar so that it doesn't get stuck again. And then I want to ask them which particular path they would like to take. Oh, there was a third. The two doors and then another archway. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'll go into the archway. I'd forgotten.
Hello.
Velvet.
No, how's it going? Hmm. So, yeah. I know earlier you had said that it's easy to make a dwarf, but I've never made one, so like I don't know.
It's incredibly easy.
Like is there any like are there I've never looked into the dwarves in D&D. Like is there like different like types or races?
There's two, essentially. You've got a hill dwarf and a mountain dwarf. Mountain dwarfs are kind of brawn over brains, and
Hmm.
hill dwarves are smarter and they have a bonus to their health pool if you just want a statistical.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm on D&D Beyond right now, and like I have access to all the books, but the only two dwarfs that I see are a gray dwarf and dwarf of warding, or a mark of warding dwarf.
That might be a specific book that you're using. Yeah, if you have the regular player's handbook, there should be mountain dwarf and hill dwarf. You might
Let's
be under like legacy or something like that
Yeah,
instead of
that's
the
that
2014
the
rules.
gray dwarf is legacy. So you say
Yeah,
2014.
yeah. So
Let's
scroll
see.
down to where you see the 2014 rules, and there should be regular dwarves under
2014
that.
cool core. Yeah, here we go. Tiefling, human, elf, dwarf. Here we go. Hill dwarf and mountain. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what book Grey Dwarf and Book of Warding are from. That might be Erebor actually, or is that what it's called? Is that what that book is called?
Yeah.
Eberron. It's so close that I. Yeah, those are from. I haven't looked into those. I'm right with that. Interesting. I'm going to investigate the archway first. I'm gonna slowly creep forward and kind of just look through the archway and make sure nothing's hiding. Uh, 21. And I'll say that I kind of went over hand signals. Okay. And I'll say I went over hand signals with both of them for security reasons before we came through. So immediately the light on my mall gets turned off. And then I make low. I kind of wave my hand up and down to my right and bring it lower to the floor with each wave. And then I beckon them to me to move quietly. Claw marks and said were claw marks the only thing I saw? Were there any there's claw marks? Would I recognize the claw marks? Actually, I take that back because I don't think I would. I think I'm gonna ask one of them what yeah.
Oh, sorry. There was. Oh, hang on. People are people are watching the football game, so I apologize.
That's fine. It was funny.
I do.
I think he was gonna make it known, wasn't he?
Uh, Mason's Eye. It's just a D20. Perception. Okay. Um, 22. Hmm. Mhm.
How big are the claw marks? So an insect as big as one of us. I mean, did any of them recognize what it would have been? Interesting. I don't like that.
I don't like them centipedes.
Anything big enough to make a noticeable claw mark is not good. I think at this point, Thor would be torn with kind of an indecision. Because we are technically surveyors, we're not exterminators. But leaving anything come up behind him really gnaws at his military background. Yeah, I would speak with the rest of them about it first. And I would explain my reason. Oh, before we go that way, I'll let Velvet finish his character and what he's doing.
Uh-huh.
If it helps you decide it's Velvet, I am a cleric paladin multi-class.
I kind of want to try Artificer. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but it's something that I've always wanted to try.
Absolutely. That'd be dope. And as a dwarf, it fits spectacularly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I also went with the Hill Dwarf because wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom is better for your spell casting for sure. Yeah.
Uh, I do not at the moment. Kyle. Honestly, the only name that keeps popping into my head is Odin.
That would be funny because my character's name is Thor.
Uh, I promise that's not why I thought that. Yeah, we'll just go with Odin. Yeah.
It's even more funny because Thor's last name is Odin's son.
Oh my God, that's great. Yeah.
And he could have just followed the marks that I put on the wall. Yeah. Well, mm, I definitely want to leave one of them to watch the hallway, and I want to check the doors before we go forward. Okay. So what I've got the simple one, the sturdy wooden door, and then the two iron doors, correct? No, I'm checking the doors first because again, leaving anything uncleared behind is just doesn't sit right with him. Mhm. I will say the order that I want to go in is the simple wooden door, the sturdy wooden door, whichever closest iron door from the sturdy wooden door, and then the other iron door. The simple one is what I want to do first. Yes. Yeah, we'll do simple and then the sturdy. Simple wooden. same story. The wood itself is stuck against the frame. It's not the mechanism. Okay. Another athletics check. Don't say that because I'm gonna 7.
Okay. I haven't rolled my stuff yet, but I can do that. It's just a random 20. 15.
Or just gonna kind of sigh and close the door and leave it. Actually, he's going to firmly shut this one again, just to be sure. And at this point, he's gonna walk towards the study door, and he's gonna take kind of like a swig from his flask, and just be like, "There's so many fucking hallways in here." The sturdy wooden one is what I wanted to go to. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I know I keep throwing you off. I wanted to do the wooden ones first, and then I was gonna take my time with the iron ones. Hmm. All right, let me. I'm fairly certain I do. So I'll call Odin back over, and this time I'm going to take the time to take a crowbar out of my bag. Let me. All right, let's see here. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding. Uh, 12 with advantage.
What am I rolling? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Just a random d20. I got another 15. 15.
12.
So, really, really quick, because I can't decide. They both sound fun. Uh, Between alchemist or artillerist, what do you think?
Oh. Well, I have a very particular opinion about that.
Oh, hmm.
I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, if I yeah, if I actually get to set up a shop and like sell things like for the sake of like roleplay, that would be fun. Hmm.
I, for one, did not know artillerist was a subclass for artificer, so I know what my next dwarf is going to be. Yeah, Balin wants a ballista on the wall. He's going to put the word out for an artillerist. Maybe I need to talk to Zane. I think Thor at this point is going to turn this exploration into a drinking game. Every time he sees a hallway that has two options, he's going to take another swig out of his fucking flask. We just got through the strongwood. Yeah, we've got the two iron doors. So on this particular door, as I close it, I want to see where it's becoming stuck, whether due to like moisture getting into it and it swell up, or some kind of chip in the wood or the stone, and I want to cast mending to kind of. Well, let me see if I can tell how. It's oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, he's currently watching the art. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna go to the closest iron door from that one. Uh, yeah. Mm-hmm. What is kiln? That would be like ceramic. And you're peeking through like the. I'm guessing there's like a port cutlass, for lack of a better term. Oh, okay. So the door just opened. That's okay. Oh, oh. Okay. And it's the again, it's not the mechanism. It's just maybe rusted in some place. 12.
Mm, I got a 19 for investigation.
Jesus.
Oh, that's great because I think I actually have a mending spell.
Well, all three of us have the mending cantrip, yeah. So I think between the three of us, we definitely can fix the mechanism and get the door open. Hmm. My question is, as I'm opening this, how much noise is this door making? And it's probably gonna, and there's probably a whole lot of vibration. Mm. If I remember right, centipedes are sensitive to vibration. .35 by 45. Is there anything in it? Jesus. And so this room was just empty. There's nothing on the wall. I'm gonna walk a little further into that one and take a gander. Iron doors are only. Yeah, yeah. My light is always on my hammer. Interesting. I'm gonna check out the tapestry first. Mm-hmm.
I
Let me use
can't
my
find what.
inspiration on that.
Sorry,
You're good.
I can't find what. Oh my God, what specific trait the artificer scales off of?
Spellcasting should be wisdom, just like a cleric.
Oh, it's wisdom. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm using my initiative on that. Oh, I got a net 20. Yeah, the perception. Yep. 23 total. Interesting. Hmm. Can I tell on what side of the club? I want to throw my javelin at the trap. $15. Interesting. Does the mechanism reset? Okay. I'm gonna carefully pick up my javelin and go around the trap and check out the club. All right. That was I was thinking off of part of my belt and go about my day. What I do want to do is go back to the tapestry while avoiding the trap again, of course. Um, is there anything particular about this tapestry? Does it depict something? Is it just a big symbol? Mm, How big does it say this is? It didn't come through. I saw your mouse move, but Discord didn't pick it up. All right. I want to see if I can carefully take it down and lay it out on the floor. Mm-hmm. And I would ask for okay, and I'm definitely gonna ask for some. I would I would even say that yeah I would even say I call everybody in here and I say, hey, we need to take this town and bring it back. Which is 0.
I got a 14 for Dex.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, the reason I wanted to lay it out on the ground is I wanted all of us to go to the edges that are frayed and maybe like the magic is starting to fade, and I want to cast mending on those edges. Now that's not something we can solve here. I don't know of any way that that can be remedied. Yeah, let her. No, I think this should hang in the mimic trap, if anything. We can put it back behind the door. That's fine. Hmm. Yep. All right. Let's go check out the other iron door. Hmm. There's a steel door in this room. Yeah, the other iron door. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Back into the other to check the other iron door. Yeah. Good, good. I think this one we explore. There's got to be either incredibly valuable or important behind an iron door. Interesting. Is there anything around the mouth of this shaft that and does it look carved? Does it look natural or does it look like it was carved by somebody? Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to I want to have some of the others definitely check it out and see what's going on here. Can I make a perception check and perhaps see if there's any scratches around this or anything like that? Does anything that gives me a clue as to if something had traveled through here? Ooh, 18. It doesn't seem like anything's traveled to and from. Hmm. I'm gonna say let's go down the hallway first. Yeah, the regular hallway instead of the shaft. This leads back to the other room. Interesting. All right. Well, I suppose let's go.
Go west. Did you go west or east?
What do you mean? Whichever one was the path we hadn't gone down before.
Yeah,
So it makes like a circle and leads back to the tapestry room.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, then let's go check out that shaft.
I wonder if that works.
Oof, an 11 this time.
Let's see. Perception. Come on. It's not letting me just roll perception. I have a passive perception of 16. Hmm. Hmm. Yo, okay. I can't, I can't decide on what picture I want to use for my character's appearance. I have a few nice ones that I found.
No problem. So there wasn't anything. Right. Well, then let's go back through, shut the door, and I guess we'll go down the claw mark hallway.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to slowly approach the corner where it kind of turns off, and I want to stick to the far side of the wall as I kind of peek out around the corner. Kind of all enclosed and circles back through. Can I make another perception check to see if I can tell where the claw marks are leading to? Oof. I'm gonna ask somebody else to do that. I got an 8.
Sorry, my mic is muted. I still haven't been able to figure out like what my bonus for perception is. I just know I have a high natural passive.
Perception.
So it would be under your skills tab. Perception is
Oh, perception is
a
a plus
wisdom.
6.
Yeah, it would be your proficiency plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay. Uh oh. I got a nat 20.
So 26 total. Jesus.
Yeah.
He sees through the fourth wall.
Yeah. So see the claw marks that are in the wall. The claw marks.
You know what's crazy with about my character having such a high perception is I was thinking about making them like half blinded because of a failed brewing experiment.
That would be funny. You just learned to see so good with one eye that you're naturally
Yeah,
perceptive.
exactly. Yeah. Well, nah, I don't know if I want to make him like fully blind. Maybe make it to where like he can't see that great out of the one eye, but practically he has one eye. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I give myself like a monocle glass or something. I did send you a link. Hmm. Man, what's up with all these stuck and locked doors? Hmm. So instead of trying to force this door open, can I just use let's see, what is the spell that I have? Um it's acid something. It's not acid spray.
Well, we want to keep the doors intact. We are saving. We are surveying this
Yep.
habitation later on,
Uh
so we don't want to
I
just destroy a door.
I was just gonna say we could rebuild the door, but that worked. Yeah, that's fair. The way I see it, we're gonna have to repair slash rebuild the doors anyway.
True.
I was going to shoot acid on it, but he was saying probably not. So is it like a stuck hinge or like what is making the door stick in place? Okay. I got a 21. Okay. Yeah, he'll. So Odin will go ahead and use the mending to refix the door. Do we want to go in? I imagine so.
Yeah, yeah. After you get it open, I'm definitely going to proceed through.
All right. apologies. Hmm. Uh, I wanna try to do a roll for that to make like actually sure. Would that be another perception or like investigation? Okay, I'll do a perception.
Perception is kind of looking for different
Hmm. Okay. Well, my investigation and insight are both +4, so either one of those. I'll go for insight, I think. Yeah. I got a 19 for insight. uh, yeah. So upon Ooh, yep. My dwarf senses are tingling. So yeah, after getting that kind of like suspiciously eerie feeling, he's gonna like alert everybody else and be like, "We're not as alone as we may think here."
Interesting.
The northeast. Okay, so yeah, he'll go ahead and point, and he'll be like, I feel something from that direction. I don't know what, but or something weird.
You're getting a bad vibe from one of the corners of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to try something that I've had thoughts about. Give me a second. Let me pull up the spell. So, light can be cast on any object and it lasts for an hour. So, I want to pull out a javelin and cast light on the javelin and then throw it in the direction that he's pointing. Hell yeah. I got a 19.
Oof, I got 12. This this might be kind of a stupid question. As I've never played an artificer slash alchemist, I'm essentially a mage, right? Like I shouldn't be up and close.
It kind of depends on your playstyle. If I'm right, artificers get up to medium armor and they can wield at
Yeah,
least single weapons.
I can. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. I can wear scale mail armor, and I do have proficiency with two-hand mauls and hammer.
Do you have martial proficiency or do you just have the dwarven combat at arms proficiency?
Just the dwarven combat at arms,
Yeah,
not
so the
martial.
dwarven thing gives you access to shields, battle axes, and warhammers, not mauls.
Okay, my bad. I misread then. My apologies.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let me. Okay.
Uh, Unfortunately, because I'm talking through my PlayStation, I can't exactly watch it.
I did, yes.
I got a.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Thor. My bad. Go ahead.
I got a 19.
I got a 14.
So Dwarven combat training gives you the battle axe, the hand axe, the light hammer, and the war hammer. So those are the 4
Yeah.
things that you get.
Yeah, I have a light hammer and a light crossbow as my weapons.
Oh yeah. I would recommend the warhammer instead of the light hammer if you're gonna go with the crossbow, because the light hammer is just meant to be a throwing hammer, but that's entirely up to you.
Okay.
Right. The javelin is shedding 40 feet of light, and I still don't see it. Interesting. We didn't see anything move or anything. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I have to see to do that. Hmm, Interesting. Did I hear it at all when I threw the javelin? Interesting. I'm going to move as much as I can to the javelin. So I get 25 feet of movement. Just move diagonally towards it. I've got my maul in my hand at this point. And I'm just going to kind of take a look around. Is there. I'm still not. Ooh. Actually. I think that's an action I can take, is it not? Interesting. I am going to spend my action using Divine Sense. As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. Interesting. So I'll call out, hey, I don't think it's a fiend or an undead. And that is my action. Does this require it? Does require concentration? Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of wait for it to show up.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and rummage through my my carry sack of, or I don't know of a better word to pull to use at the moment. My bag. I'm just gonna do bag. I'm gonna go ahead and rummage through my bag and pick up a couple small rocks, and I'm going to cast magic stone on them to try and use the church like the where his javelin landed and aim maybe like a little bit off of that to try and see if I can hit the creature. I will hit above it. I think. Yeah, I'll try to hit above it. I gotta go back. I got a +4 to hit. Come on, D&D Beyond is messing up right now. I apologize for the
What are
technical
you doing?
difficulties. I'm trying to hit it with my magic stone. Yeah.
You only have a +4 with that?
I have a +4 to hit.
That's your
But
spellcasting modifier?
yeah, my damage is 1d6 +2.
Hmm.
So I got a 19 to hit. Okay, cool. And now I roll the damage. I got 6 damage.
Oh, like burn it. Burn it.
Burn it with fire.
Burn it with fire.
I'm checking to see if I can bonus action anything. No. I guess. Oh, that's interesting. Magic Stone was my bonus action, so I can still main attack. Yeah, I will move. Let's see. Uh, I didn't change my hammer yet, so I'm still using two like ranged weapons. So I will move within 15 feet of it and attempt to hit it with my crossbow. Oh, I got a nat 20 for hit. Mhm. All right. Uh, so 11. I got 11 on my first one. Uh, that's for the damage. Yeah. Oh. So off of that, so that would be 10 because it's +1. So 20, 21 damage. Yeah. Oh, nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and I can fully see this thing, right? Like it's fully like uninvisible. All right. I want to just have the crossbow bolt go straight through its head or whatever it is. Yeah, whatever. Nice.
problem.
Yeah, that little bit was fun.
Uh-huh. And
I can't think of a last name, so if you want to give him something that would fit, that's totally fine. We're, mm, we're taking back the great city of dwarves from the dragon smoke. I mean, what?
don't you put that curse on my city.
Uh, yeah, yeah, not for long. Hmm. All right.
It was fun. Have a good night.
Yeah, you as well.